The 2017 Honda NSX is without doubt one of the greatest supercars ever made. This is a car that provides a dynamic ability and scalability unlike anything in its price bracket, but at a staggering $420,000 plus on-road costs, this Japanese supercar is an uncharted territory. The original Honda NSX, which stood for New Sports Experimental, was the first mass-produced car to use an all-aluminium body. It was on sale in Australia from 1991 to 2004, finding just 133 buyers, roughly 10 per year, and, over its 13-year history, it went on to represent the best of what Honda stood for in the automotive market. Fast forward 12 years and the new NSX, now meaning New Sports Experience, is hoping to do it all over again. Bringing back the NSX was critical to today's Honda. The Japanese brand felt the full brunt of the global financial crisis, as well as earthquakes in Japan and floods in Thailand, all putting it on the back foot for the last few years. Now, though, it's back. With a vengeance. When Honda rebooted the NSX program for what must have been the 100th time in 2012, it ditched its naturally aspirated engine and went for a turbocharged solution that resulted in basically three separate power units that give a total power output of 427 kilowatts and 646 Nm of torque. The 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 on its own manages 373 kilowatts and 550 Nm, with that mic pointed at the rear wheels. It's the addition of the two electric motors at the front, one on each wheel, that provide 27 kilowatts and 73 Nm each side, plus the 35 kilowatts direct drive motor that assists the rear wheels in overcoming turbo lag, all joining together for that mammoth combined system output. Don't try and add the figures together, either, it doesn't really work like that. What all of this means is an enormous amount of power and torque that appears to be accessible across the rev range. The NSX has the benefits of an electric car with instantaneous torque delivery, while utilizing a high-compression turbocharged engine, 10.0:1, to deliver a real motivating force through a Honda-designed 9-speed dual-clutch transmission. To find out if the NSX was as good behind the wheel as it sounded on paper, we headed to Estoril in Portugal, where a high-speed racetrack and the surrounding mountainous roads prove a real test for the latest Japanese supercar, which is actually hand-built in Ohio, USA. Perhaps, though, before we get stuck into the car's specifics, it's important to address the elephant in the room, the very serious supercar classification that Honda has given the NSX. It certainly has the performance credentials and the price tag to back it up, but are those the only two criteria for what makes a supercar? Can a Honda-badged vehicle, on merit alone, claim status in the supercar world? Can the brand stretch that far? That's a question buyers will have to answer with their wallets. As it stands in Australia, the NSX is about the same price as a Lamborghini Huracan and Porsche 911 Turbo S and more expensive than both variants of the new Audi R8. It costs more than double the Nissan GT-R Black Edition. So it's only fair that when we come to assess the NSX, it's pitted equally, in all regards, against its true competitor set.